morning, everyone, and welcome. We usually do a deep dive into it, actually more of a morning devotion.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at just one verse, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31.
Okay.
Now, whether you are facing a really tough challenge right now, or just feeling a little drained, or maybe you're just seeking a little inspiration, this verse has a really timeless message
Sure.
of hope and renewal.
Absolutely.
So we're going to unpack the meaning of this verse.
Okay.
We're going to explore how placing our hope in a higher power can renew our strength, and then reflect on how this wisdom really applies to us today.
Sounds good.
So why don't we just jump right in? Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. What does it say?
Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength.
So simple, but
Oh,
powerful. So powerful. I'm drawn to the word renew. It suggests that strength isn't something we lose,
Yeah.
but something that can be depleted.
Right.
That needs to be replenished.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I think you've hit on a really key point. The Hebrew word for strength here, it doesn't just mean like physical power.
Right.
It's a much bigger idea, talking about resilience and courage,
Mm-hmm.
even willpower. Think of it as that hidden reserve you tap into, when you're pushing yourself to the limit.
Yeah.
Running a marathon or facing a deadline that just seems impossible.
I love that. That inner strength that keeps us going when things get really tough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the verse says that the strength can be renewed
Okay.
by placing our hope in the Lord.
So that brings us to the idea of hope.
Right.
It's a word we use all the time. But what does it really mean in this context?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's not just wishful thinking
Okay.
or blind optimism.
Right.
The hope described here is an active trust. It's a confident expectation that even when we can't see the way forward, there's a greater power guiding us
I see.
and sustaining us.
That makes me think about the historical context of this verse. Isaiah 40 was written during a time of exile and despair for the Israelites.
Right.
Their world had been turned upside down.
Absolutely.
Their future was uncertain.
Yeah, they needed a reason to keep going,
They did.
a source of hope to cling to.
What do you think were some of the anxieties they faced?
Oh, imagine loss of homeland, separation from their loved ones,
Yeah.
fear of the unknown.
Right.
This verse offered them a lifeline,
Mm.
a reminder that even in their darkest hour, they could find strength
Yeah.
in something beyond their immediate circumstances.
It's amazing how some things never change, right?
It really is.
We might not be facing exile in the literal sense,
right?
but we all have those moments where we feel lost or overwhelmed,
Absolutely.
unsure of what the future holds.
Yeah,
And in those moments, I think this verse reminds us
for sure.
that we can choose to place our hope in something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe it's faith or a deep-seated belief in our own abilities. Maybe it's the unwavering support of loved ones.
Yeah, I think that act of choosing hope,
Yeah.
of focusing on something beyond our immediate anxieties,
Yes.
can be incredibly empowering.
It is.
It allows us to tap into that wellspring of strength within ourselves,
I agree.
that resilience that helps us keep going even when the path ahead is uncertain.
So speaking of resilience,
Yeah.
I was curious about the devotional takeaway. Spend time in worship and renew your hope in God.
Mm.
What do you think about that?
I think it's powerful.
Yeah.
And we can even broaden that idea beyond traditional worship.
How so?
Well, it could be prayer or meditation,
Okay.
spending time in nature, or even engaging in acts of service.
Yeah.
I think these practices can help us connect to something larger than ourselves,
Uh-huh.
replenishing that inner reservoir of hope and strength.
It's like hitting the reset button.
Yeah.
Reminding ourselves what truly matters.
Right.
And shifting our focus from worry to possibility.
Exactly. And that brings me to a final thought for everyone listening. What practices or beliefs help you tap into a sense of hope and resilience in your own life? I want you to think about that.
Yeah.
Consider how you might actively cultivate these sources of strength in the coming days and weeks.
That's a beautiful challenge for all of us to carry with us today.
Absolutely.
So remember, even when you're facing difficulties, placing your hope in something greater than yourselves
Yeah,
can be a source of strength and renewal.
100%.
Thanks for joining us for this morning's deep dive.
It's been great.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.